People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, people, there's a thing that is called the truth is the hardest thing to sell to anybody. And there's also a thing called nobody likes the truth because a lie is more entertaining, it is more exciting. Now, the first thing that is popping in the news is that it seems like dancehall artist SPARTA will be released based on the fact that he was held under the state of emergency, which has ended. That means that technically, literally, and even physically, that means that he should be released if he was held under something and that something has ended. Now, people, we see that the government always does things in their own self-interest because they claim that the state of emergency was what they used to basically hold persons who are a danger to society. We are speaking about violence producers. And they said that Tommy Lee Sparta was a part of a gang. We are speaking about Sparta gang from flankers, Montego Bay to be specific. However, it seems as if the information that they had, it seems as if all the smoking guns that they had, it seems as if all the confidential informant that they had are not really effective. It seems as if what I was saying all along is true. Now, people, we have to ask the question because we see a very disturbing trend that is going on out there. We see a whole lot of dancehall artists basically affiliating themselves with all sorts of political parties. We are talking about PNP, People's National Party, JLP, Jamaica Labour Party. So, people, we have to ask the question, and as silly as it sounds, are they letting out Tommy Lee Sparta because they need some dub plate for them campaign? People, I don't know. I am just saying it might be a possibility. Now, people, when I made a couple of videos talking about Tommy Lee Sparta and this situation, I got a bashing on YouTube because people like me say, people don't know real, people don't recognize real. And due to the fact that on social media we have a whole lot of fake persons, we have a whole lot of persons that are out there that are farce, that are selling all kind of BS, and people like by BS because them gullible. So therefore, when I was talking the truth as it pertains to Tommy Lee Sparta's specific case and what was there and what was not there, people used to say, boy, you are really part of the problem in Jamaica and you are one of the persons that are talking about this artist and that artist will get released, and that is why Jamaica is like it is. And people, the truth and the fact is that, like I said before, there are a whole lot of brainwashed persons out there. They are not thinking for themselves, they are thinking for what somebody are thinking with what somebody told them. And if, like I said before, if your source is unreliable, that means that your information is going to be unreliable also. Let's leave that right there. Now, people, first thing first, I am going to show you, we saw the Popo parade in Tommy Lee Sparta in some apartment. We saw the Popo call for Tommy Lee Sparta to show up at the Freeport Popo station, and he has been held ever since. And we hear the Popo make all sorts of proclamation on social media in the news that them have this confidential informant and persons are talking, persons are snitching. There's all sorts of rat in the Sparta and people. I am not saying that it was not true because the truth and the fact that we saw that they take out a couple of persons. We saw that they found a couple of rifles and a couple of guns, ammunition, Rete, Lele, Blue, blah, bling. So people, they had some sort of success. And we also saw that there were several pictures circulating on social media with Tommy Lee Sparta with some unscrupulous character, aka OC Preke Boy. And people are saying, yes, dear, that is proof right there. And we saw that there was also videos with him with some sort of rifle. We are talking about Tarlop. And people, like I said, remember, Tommy Lee Sparta is a dancehall artist. Tommy Lee Sparta is a person that is a part of the entertainment fraternity. So therefore, Tommy Lee Sparta could have been doing a video and that part or that tool was a part of the prop. I don't know. I cannot say with 100% surety that that was the case. Me just say it was a possibility or a likely possibility. So anyways, people are saying, yeah, you are part of the problem because somebody told you that Forget about all the videos that I have done on YouTube and talking about the system and bashing the system and talking about rights and justice. And people, like I said before, forget about all the hype, forget about all the smoke screens, forget about all the exaggeration and over sensationalization that you saw on social media. It means absolutely nothing. Unless the POPO, the DPP, the prosecution, the system can connect the dot and charge Tamale Sparta for some sort of thing. We are talking about the slap of this person and we are speaking about conspiracy and people. Obviously, that was not the case because unless something drastically changed between now and today, therefore they have to let him go along with a lot of other persons that were held without any sort of charges. And people, the truth and the facts that we know that the Popo, they are very vindictive. So therefore, if after this video post or even just before this video post, we hear that Tamale Sparta is charged, I would not be surprised. However, those charges more than likely will not stick because people, they had him in custody for in excess of 3 weeks, maybe even a month, and they still have not charged him. So why now, if they can't do it in 3 or 4 weeks, how is it that they are going to get it done? We are speaking about in a day or within 24 hours. Now people, remember I was a blogger that also boldly state that the confidential informant that they had, we are speaking about it might be Cray man. He is kind of bummy, him kind of get cold feet, and people like me say, it is easy to stay in the station and point fingers and give all sorts of fabricated story. However, when you are supposed to go on that stand, we are talking about that witness stand, whether you are doing it by Zoom or whether you are doing it in a real life, you are going to get cold feet, especially if you know say you lie, especially when you're going to be on that hot seat, especially when you have to explain to the judge, to the jury, and even worse, when you have to basically explain to the defense team, you talk about the lawyer that is going to cross-examine you and put you under all sorts of FIRE. It was not going to be easy, and people, so said, so done. So people, the moral of the story is this. Like me say, nobody likes the truth when a lie is more exciting, more entertaining. And the hardest thing to sell is truth to people. And people, when you are real, in a world that is filled with all sorts of fake, all sorts of hypocrite, all sorts of brainwashed people, you are always going to get a bashing. So people, like me telling you, that is exactly what was going to happen. And people, so said, so done, point blank and period. Now people, like I've always said, this is my disclaimer once again. Tamale Sparta is not no innocent bystander. Tamale Sparta is not no saint. Tamale Sparta is not no altar boy. Tamale Sparta might have been dibbling and dabbling in all sorts of illicit activity. We are talking about scamming, we are talking about gang activity as it pertains to Sparta, uptown, downtown, whichever one that they claim or they say that he is linked with, whichever one them can prove that he was linked with. However, the past is the past, and if the prosecution cannot connect those dots, if the investigators don't have probable cause and proper information that can be used in court as evidence to basically get a conviction, it makes no sense. So people, obviously, we see that after having several meetings, we are speaking about the DPP and the investigators, the top popo, and when them come to the logical conclusion, it makes no sense to charge this man because more than likely we cannot win a conviction because the evidence is weak. The evidence is watered down. So therefore, the point that I am trying to make is that this evidence that we have, it won't convince the average or regular jury or a judge that this man is actually guilty of the claims and allegations that the popo or the DPP is making, point blank and period. Now people, like me say, I am a person that wants justice, and when we talk about justice, we are speaking about evidence. We are speaking about not the court of public opinion, we are speaking about in a justice court. So therefore, if you don't have the evidence and all of the smoke screen that you've been showing, all of the exaggeration, all of the hype that you was going on with on social media, how are you going to use that in court? Nobody is going to buy that. Nobody is going to buy any sort of post in a bag, because at the end of the day, it is evidence, it is evidence, it is connecting the dots. And obviously, we see that they've come to the logical conclusion that they won't be able to do that effectively in any sort of court. Don't matter about the court of public opinion. We are talking about the justice court. Now, as it pertains to Tommy Lee Sparta, what he needs to do, because we see that this is a very disturbing trend that has been happening to the artist. We see that he has been picked up on several occasions, dating back from, I think, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020, we see them holding for all sorts of scamming or scamming paraphernalia. We're talking about lead sheet back in the past and him beat it. I don't know if it was technicality or bad evidence. I don't know what is the case. I don't know the specifics right now. I don't remember. So like I said, it looks like he is going to get a next dance on the outside world. It looks like he is going to get a next chance of redemption. So therefore, he should take this chance and he should run with it. And he should cherish it like it is his last chance. And people, he should redeem himself and make sure that he does the right thing. Make sure that he keeps away from any sort of name being mixed up in any sort of passa and bangarang. And even most importantly, concentrate on your music. Concentrate on your career. Concentrate on your kids, because if you basically deflect anymore, people, you are going to end up where speaking about 6'6", because these people are not going to allow you to beat them 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time until infinity. And people like them say, every day the bucket go well, one day the bottom are going to drop out. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.